I took a year after Bucknell and worked in Pittsburgh at UPMC doing research in that space and wanted to better understand it, and then went to Illinois, got a double PhD in clinical and community psychology, and from there continued to build my career. But throughout the process, I was doing internships and summer work, and I started to learn more about sales and started to learn more about marketing. And so then I came to Charleston, South Carolina, where I am now, and did my residency at the Medical University, joined the faculty, and been here ever since. It's a little bit warmer here today. But through that whole process, what I learned is that for individuals that were experiencing trauma, that were experiencing stress, that the core component for every single person was a disruption in sleep. And so I was one of the first individuals that was really doing a lot of work researching, looking at the balance between trauma and anxiety and sleep and the impacts. And so through my work there, started to build a program at the hospital and started working with business professionals. And so I started working with lawyers and corporate executives and CEOs and individuals that were realizing, wait, how do I build my business without burnout? And that kind of became the phrase, building without burnout, and doing it in healthy ways. And so for the last now 15 to 20 years, really been doing a lot of work diving into the impacts of sleep and stress on performance, and really looking into the fact that 2/3 of startups that aren't successful, most of them, it's not because they don't have the right product or they don't have the funding or the budget. It's actually the founder's mental health. It's, are they sleeping? Are they dealing with stress? Are they being able to find that balance of, yes, you have that grind and you're building, but how do you not lose yourself in the process? That personal and professional identity. So I started doing a lot of consulting in the business startup space, working with private equity. I also do a lot of work with professional athletes and student athletes, a lot of the NCAA trainings, and then started doing a lot more work with professional musicians as well. A lot of being able to reduce the stress and the tension in the body, and being able to have the better sleep actually is reducing performance-related injuries, helping people to be able to perform better. So it's been a really interesting, circuitous path. I have a few companies of my own. I've had some that have been incredibly successful. I've had some that I've had to shut down. And so really learning that whole process personally has also helped me to be able to consult with other organizations and companies. And so now I get to help people build without the burnout and really find ways to be successful and use the psychology background through that process. Whenever I start talking about sleep, I actually say I'm always would be remiss if I don't take a few minutes to talk about the topic of stress. And when I'm talking about stress, I'm defining it as the demands are exceeding the resources available to us. I talk about being here in Charleston. I've lived through many hurricanes, and our trees are designed to bend under the heavy winds. But no matter how flexible they are, if the gale forces are strong enough, the trees still break. And that's what happens for many of us at all stages in life. It could be balancing academics and your career and wanting to be able to figure out what the next steps are, and starting a business, and wanting to be a college student and have your time with your friends, and many different things. There are many different things that can take our time and our energy, and sometimes we feel like we're running out of that. There's not enough hours in the day, or we feel exhausted because our brain just needs a break. And so typically when I'm working with founders and teaching them how to manage this, the whole point is practicality. What are things that you can start doing today to balance it? And what's interesting is that the majority of what we do to make our sleep better actually makes it worse. So thinking that you can catch up on sleep on the weekend, it actually takes 4 days to make up for 1 hour of lost sleep. And when you don't sleep well and then you try to go to bed early one night, that's actually worse for your sleep. One of the key takeaways that I hope you'll take from today is that one of the best things you can do for your sleep is to have as consistent of a sleep schedule as possible. Ideally, we have a consistent wake time all 7 days, even if we can't be consistent on our bedtime. The reason for that is this, is that whenever we go to sleep, our brain is going to have to work to heal our brain, our body is going to have to work to heal our body. And if the body and brain don't know how much sleep they're getting each night, well, maybe she's going to sleep till 8, maybe it's till 9, maybe he's up at 6. Now they can't be as efficient at allocating resources to heal the brain and the body. And so what we find is we actually aren't as physically rested and we aren't as healthy, and our brain can't do what our brain needs. About 20 to 25% of your sleep each night should be spent in deep sleep with your body healing and repairing, and about 20 to 25% each night should be in REM sleep. So just like metabolism and different people need different amounts of calories, it's the same thing for our sleep. So instead of just focusing on the number, we need to focus on the balance. At the beginning of the night, we're going to be getting more body repair, and the early morning hours, we're getting more brain repair. So we need to sleep long enough that we get the entire thing. Every time we wake up at night, we start the process over. Just like Chutes and Ladders, if you ever played that as a kid. So if you're getting closer to REM sleep and then you wake up, you have to go back again. And when you're doing that, then by the end of the night, we're not getting the brain repair. Let's say that I'm gonna make pizza for dinner, and I have 6 inches of pizza dough and I spread it out in a 6-inch pie pan. I have the right amount, I have the right space, it's nice and thick and even. But now some of my friends wanna come over, so I need to stretch the dough to fit into a 10-inch pie pan. And I can do it, but it's gonna have holes and gaps in it because there isn't enough to fill the entire space. And our sleep behaves in the same way. If you have built up your sleepiness and say that you need 6 hours, you need 8 hours, but you're spending more time in bed because it's cold, you want to get away from your roommates. Maybe you just said, you know what, it's been a long week and I just want to be in my bed for a while. Well, when we spend more time in bed than our body actually has sleepiness, we actually wake up more and we get worse quality sleep. Your brain needs to say bed sleep. And this is really important, especially while in college, because many times our bed becomes our couch and everything. So we want to make the distinction that the bed isn't where we work and think and process, but the bed is reserved for sleep and everything else is going to be outside of bed. The couch, the chair, or at least on top of the covers, so there's that distinction.